The Ghanaian known to Football League history as Arthur Wharton was born in 1865 in Jamestown, Gold Coast, now modern-day Ghana. But his story, like his talent, stretched far beyond the football pitch. His father, Henry Wharton, was a Grenadian missionary who journeyed to West Africa as part of the Wesleyan Methodist movement, spreading faith across the Gold Coast. His mother, Annie Florence Ejariba, came from Ghanaian royalty, descended from the Fant people. Their paths crossed through their shared commitment to education and faith, forming a union that would set the stage for a son destined to break barriers. Arthur was raised in a household of discipline, culture, and ambition, qualities that would define his remarkable career. Following in his father's footsteps, he was sent to England in the early 1880s to train as a Methodist missionary. But fate had other plans. While studying in Darlington, Arthur's natural athleticism became impossible to ignore. He was a world-class sprinter, setting a 100-yard world record in 1886, and his speed and reflexes soon caught the attention of local football clubs. At just 20 years old, Arthur Wharton made his first steps into football with Darlington FC in 1885. Though he would become best known as a goalkeeper, his raw speed and athleticism saw him occasionally play as a winger. His performances in goal were electrifying, quick off his line, fearless in one-on-one situations, and unafraid to dive headfirst into danger. This caught the attention of Preston North End, one of the most dominant clubs of the era, and he joined them in 1886. However, his time there wasn't without difficulty. Though Preston were known as the Invincibles, Wharton wasn't always given the opportunities he deserved. After an infamous 8-1 defeat of Sheffield Wednesday, despite records indicating he might not have even played, he found himself the subject of heavy critique, a reflection of the prejudice he often faced rather than his actual ability. Seeking more playing time, he moved to Rotherham Town in 1889, where he made history as the first black professional footballer in the Football League. Over the next few years, he played for Sheffield United, Stockport County, and other clubs, carving out a career in a game that wasn't always ready for him. As Arthur Wharton's playing days faded, so too did the opportunities that once surrounded him. Like many early footballers, he earned little from the game and struggled to find stability after retirement. He took on physically demanding work as a colliery haulage worker in South Yorkshire, laboring underground to support himself. The weight of years spent battling prejudice, coupled with the hardships of post-football life, led him down a dark path of depression and heavy drinking. Despite his struggles, he still found purpose in service, joining the Volunteer Training Corps during World War I, offering what he could to Britain's war effort. But as time passed, the once great athlete slipped into obscurity. When he died in 1930 at the age of 65, he was buried in an unmarked grave in Edlington Cemetery, his pioneering career all but forgotten. For decades, his name remained lost to history until the late 20th century, when his remarkable story was finally rediscovered. In 1997, thanks to the efforts of campaigners, a proper headstone was placed on his grave. In 2003, he was inducted into the English Football Hall of Fame, and in 2012, FIFA's then-president Sepp Blatter publicly recognized his legacy. But perhaps the greatest tribute came in 2014, when a statue of Arthur Wharton was unveiled at St George's Park, the home of English football's national training centre. Today, his story stands as a testament to resilience, talent, and the long road toward equality in the sport. Wharton may have been forgotten in his lifetime, but his place in football history is now secure. When we think of a great Ghanaian gracing Chelsea's Stamford Bridge, the first name to spring to mind is someone like Premier League champion Michael Essien. But some 100 years earlier, Arthur Wharton had already made history there, becoming the first Ghanaian to win silverware at the ground with his record-breaking sprinting exploits. We may remember Tony Yeboah's thunderous volleys for Leeds or Thomas Partey seamlessly breaking the lines for Arsenal, but for football's earliest black pioneers, figures like Arthur Wharton, we rely on sources like this channel to keep their legacies alive. Wharton's impact on the game stretches far beyond the matches he played. He broke barriers in a sport that wasn't ready for him, paving the way for generations of black footballers to follow. His resilience, talent, and courage challenged a system that sought to exclude him, and though his contributions went unrecognized in his lifetime, his name now stands among the greats. Arthur Wharton's story is a powerful reminder that talent knows no race, and that the beautiful game belongs to everyone. If you found this story inspiring, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's continue shining a light on football's forgotten pioneers. Who else deserves to have their story told? Drop your suggestions in the comments below.